dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
Yo, fellas, if I told you that a potential rookie of the year is on this team, I know you'd have been excited, right? You'd have been excited because when we drafted Obi Toppin, we always like, ooh, potential rookie of the year. But no.
But
no.
but
it's not quite Obi. It's not who'd have thought the IQ.
It's quickly been changed from Obi to,
Yeah, man. How many teams passed on this man? Not us.
No.
That couldn't be us.
Listen, I told you yesterday I'm grateful for all those teams that did that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we drafted Donovan Mitchell this time.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
What's going on? This is JLS from Nick and Tom Show. Here to give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And I'm really happy right now, even though we just lost to the Clippers. But it was
it was a good game though.
It was a good game. It was an entertaining game. It was a game that you typically don't see in an afternoon game. Both guys was firing on all cylinders, and we held our own. It was a lot to be proud of during this game, considering that this team is a team who is competing for a championship, and we still
We went 15 rounds toe to toe, baby.
Yeah, exactly. But we're gonna get into the details of the game. Before I even do that, let me start the introduction. All right, you know what? Let me start off with our guy, Mr. Reliable, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G is in the building.
Damn. Right, he's in this. All right. Yeah. And also, you gotta recognize this man over here, Mr. Blue Check coming. I'm doing songs with Redman, and I got my own Spotify and la 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 la. This is another legend in his own making. My guy Edson Sean. All right.
What up?
Yeah. Welcome. And here it is, our other guy. I call him the KOT's Rookie of the Year.
The IQ of the crew, baby.
IQ of the crew. I call him the raw metaphor just because, I don't know, it just sounds cool. It's the raw Hebrew remnant joining this show. What's up, man? How you doing?
All good, my brother. All good. Glad to be here with y'all.
Yeah. Now, are you guys surprised like I was? Because this game started off fast, and the thing that stood out to me about this game was the performance of RJ Barrett first and foremost.
Yes,
because he was going toe to toe. It was like Ali Frazier with him and Kawhi Leonard, and he was like, "Oh, you gonna score?" First of all, Kawhi didn't even score in the first half.
That's what I'm about to say. I mean, RJ was D'ing up. I think I was most impressed with RJ's defense on him.
Yeah.
He was giving Kawhi problems.
Problems.
Matter of fact, I think that's partially why the game got a little out of hand. They kept RJ out a little too long.
No.
A little too long.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because RJ finishes the game with 23 points, right? Had his way in his first half, either with Kawhi on him. And you know the thing is, we always complain that RJ is not efficient enough. 64% of the field. A lot of his shots came in that mid-range area too. I noticed that he wasn't bullying his way to the basket. He was just finding his spots on the floor. He just drove to the foul line, pulled up, found the gaps in the defense.
I'm trying to that is that right there. That's the hole in the zone defense. When they zone you up, that is where the hole is, and he was exploiting that all night.
Yeah, but to Ross' point though, they did not bring him back in the fourth quarter, and I think that's partially where we might have lost that game. And not to say we would have won, because
Well, you give yourself a better chance to win. What happened, and again, I'm not trying to criticize Tibbs, but everybody makes mistakes. In this situation, he put it was IQ, Randall, he had Taj out there, and then he put Rivers. And I think it was Bullock,
right?
And I knew at that point I was like, "Where's RJ?" Because you gotta have RJ out there. Like if you're gonna have any three of your players continue, it's got to be Randall, RJ, and Mitch. If you're gonna have them out there, but he decided to go with Tosh. Okay, I was all right with that, but I'm like, wait, where's RJ? So because Rivers did not have a great game.
Rivers turned,
Right.
he turned into the Hudson. Like,
Yeah,
it was
so
disgusting.
RJ, like you said, RJ was giving Kawhi all he could handle, man. So and not only that, RJ's a gamer. He's a closing type of player on a consistent level right now. This is his second year, and he's already showing. Even if he's like 1 for 30, you put him in the fourth quarter, he could do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, and then he waited. I saw Tibbs was thinking about it, and about a minute and a half later, he put him in. But see, by then we had dug a bigger hole.
Yeah.
Right. I think Tibbs might have really been trying to bank on trying to go toe to toe with the 3-pointers because the Clippers was throwing them up and knocking those down. So I guess he was trying to bank on Rivers kind of balancing that out a bit. I think, like you said, he waited a little too long to put RJ back in the game, though.
Yeah.
And also, IQ, man, quickly, I think Raw mentioned this before, how he mentioned this in it before, how Tom, he likes to go with the flow of the game. Like, he doesn't like to pull out 5-man crew when they have it going.
Right.
Especially in the fourth quarter, if somebody has it going, or if a crew has it going in the fourth quarter, he likes to play them the whole way. And IQ was going all the way off, right? Like floater game, head fake and go, pulling up from 25 feet behind the 3-point line in your eye, heat checks. Like, he was going off, and he willed that team back from the third quarter because the Clippers went in that third quarter, outscored us 35-26, and he actually cut the game to 2. So I feel like he was reluctant to put those other guys back in the game because of that. But I guess the thing was, when he's watching that unit, it just seemed like towards the end. I think the Clippers put in they're starting to put their first unit back in. They like switched up the guarding. I think they put Kawhi on IQ.
Yep, they did.
And at that point, I'm just like, okay, put RJ in to give somebody else attention, because it's not like that unit had a bunch of people going that can keep him honest. So they were just kind of just able to really just focus in on IQ, and he didn't have any options so anybody else to cover the offense. Because Obi wasn't going, and Obi was pissed this whole game, and we'll talk about that later. Obi was pissed.
Well, he's been pissed a couple of games actually.
Ross sees he be.
Yeah, because he'd be like, I'm wide open.
Obi be going out for the leaks and don't get the ball.
And have mismatches.
Right.
And they don't give him the ball. I was like, he's wide open, man. And I know he was frustrated. Because you can see when he caught it, the way he passed, you're like,
yeah.
That's the first sign, though, that they're not really confident in his consistency of his game right now. That's really the first sign of that. If you wide open, you're not getting the ball, And again, he hasn't really been getting the minutes. And when he does, it's been a little inconsistent, and I think you're starting to see that the other team, it might be reflecting that in the fact that you got a clear mismatch, you're not giving them the ball.
And not only that, though, is like Obi is a guy who's a cutter and a mover.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
So he's constantly and he's constantly moving. If you watch him all game, he never stops moving. He's like the forward version of Rip Hamilton. Right?
And I'm not saying like, even though they should give him the ball when he's on the block with a mismatch. I'm talking about times when he's run the court.
Exactly.
And he's ahead of the field.
Right.
And that's a pass he should make. I mean, that's just a pass.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So
I think
they miss him at least 3 times a game like that.
No, absolutely. At this point, it's just the guard play,
Yeah.
The guards aren't looking for him, or they don't have the vision, or they're scared to make that pass when he's cutting, or something like that, or maybe a combination of all of that.
Yeah.
And you know what else it is too? We talking about how Tom wants people to shoot. You just wonder if he's encouraging the guards to shoot a little bit too much.
I mean, I feel like this. I mean, and this is where the argument for starting IQ to me is the strongest. If you let him get in a flow with the starting unit so that he knows where the players are going to be, he is very good at setting up the offense. And if you let him get Peyton's minutes,
right,
and you put him out there for 30 minutes a game, he's going to bring this. He would bring this whole unit to a new level, and you would not see so much of missing plays like that because he finds open shooters.
Right.
He does shoot a lot, but you want him to be aggressive. But at the same time, when he comes in off the bench, that whole second unit, the mindset is attack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to settle in and see what he can get. He's trying to attack. So that's where the argument to me comes in. Because today, honestly, it was the missing RJ because, like you said, like. Look, we're dealing with one of the top 3 teams in the NBA. We're dealing with them having the top 2-5 players in the NBA at their prime right now. Mm-hmm. And so we went toe to toe with them, and we're still rebuilding. I was very proud of our team.
Very proud of them.
You know, so that was number one. But what I'm saying is there was the point he could have had RJ in there for about 5 minutes more, and then he gave us a little too much. And I'm just saying he gave us a little too much Peyton and a little too little IQ. You know, because if we had a little bit more IQ in the mix, I mean, we might have won the game. I'm just saying, everybody makes mistakes, and to me, those were 2 like strategic mistakes that were made today. That really, I think we could have been in a better position to win the game.
Yeah, and I'm a build on what you said as well. 'Cause I actually said this on the post game show with CP. It is time to give IQ more minutes with the starters.
Yeah,
with the starters in particular,
Yes.
not just more minutes,
right?
But more minutes with the starters. Because you know there's points in the game where he staggers the minutes, and I think he needs to sub out Elfrid a little bit sooner and put him in later and get that run, because in the fourth quarter I kind of feel like once IQ had his role, he had his role as the gunner, and then once the other guys came in, I kind of felt like they were hesitant on how to really like play with each other. Yeah, and I think that contributed to us not executing on the offensive end as fluently, as they usually were. Yeah,
no, it reminds me, like, okay, I'm gonna date myself, but I remember Oscar Robertson in his prime, and what he used to do, he knew he was gonna play like 40, 45 minutes a game. So what he used to do is in the first part of the game, he gets everybody involved, right? He's passing. Then the fourth quarter, he takes over.
Right.
Okay, and IQ has that same type of thing.
Yeah,
if, you let him get everybody involved, and then all of a sudden that little floater game start coming out, and then deep threes, and it's a wrap. But he needs to get that time with the starters, that kind of minutes. He needs to do that. And typical type of coach that would give it to him, I'm still a little quizzed as to why he's not at this point. The kid is showing himself. He's throwing 20 points, 25 points up. What you want, man?
Right. What else are you waiting for right now?
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want him to do? The Peyton is when you see the difference. It's like you have the homely girl and you got the pretty girl. So you see the pretty girl, and then they bring out the homely one, and you're like, what? So you bring out Peyton, and you be like, Dad, what are you doing out there? Come on, where's IQ, man?
Yeah, the funny thing is, speaking of homely girl, right? The funny thing is, like, Peyton actually didn't look as homely as he did usually today.
No, but like, compared to IQ,
but like he today, I felt like he was a little bit more of a willing passer. Like he was Mitch today. A little bit. He hit an open 3 today.
You being nice, man. He was a deuce today, man. You being nice.
You know what it is too.
I mean, my God, yo.
Any little.
Wait. Before you say anything, I gotta hit the gunshot on. I'm sorry.
Listen, any improvement that you're seeing Peyton doing right now is because he realizes he's not dumb. He realizes that his minutes are in jeopardy, as he should be. Like, IQ is performing well and consistently and confidently. Like, your minutes is in jeopardy, bro, because you're not performing. You don't really get everybody involved. His minutes is in jeopardy right now, so he has to perform.
I think we all agree that Peyton, as a basketball player, is a backup. He's not a starter. On a playoff team, he's not a starter. He's a backup. And so now that you got the guy that could bring you to that next level, if not this year, in the future, you want to give him the keys. It's like this is what New York has been waiting for. Would he do that to John Morant? If John Morant was on the team, would you bring him off the bench?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but now you got a guy. This is Donovan Mitchell right here. 25th pick, we got him. Everybody passed on him, and he's killing. You know, I can understand. Like, to me, if it was a week ago, I wouldn't be saying this. But at this point,
welcome, Ron. Welcome. Go ahead, Ryan. I heard you want to say something.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that Payton's minutes are already in jeopardy because Quickley is playing the majority of the minutes. Because if you look in this game, Quickley played 27 minutes and Payton played 21. So Payton's minutes are already going down while Quickley's minutes is already going up. But to bring up the John Morant Quickley thing, it's kind of different because John Morant was the number 2 pick. So it's like if you have a number 2 pick, it's like there's no way that guy's coming off the bench. Yeah. You have to start it from game 1.
Yeah, like RJ.
Yeah, but Quickley's the 25th pick, so it's like there's a leeway where it's like, okay, well, he's a late first round pick, so all right, let's get the veteran starting and then have him come off the bench. But now, Quickley is showing that he's deserving of those minutes.
He's not showing that. The boy is showing he's the best point guard we got. Not only that, I mean, to your point, Ryan, okay, let's say Donovan Mitchell, right? Donovan Mitchell, what, 16, 50? They gave him the keys for the year, though. They gave him the keys. As soon as they saw that he could ball, they said, "Hey, you run in the team.
Get that man the keys."
And I'm saying,
I got the key. Get that man the keys.
And his rookie year, Donovan Mitchell, to me, you know, he made a lot of mistakes, but overall, you could see it was there. This guy, and that's what you see with IQ. He's gonna make mistakes now. He does every game. He's a rookie, but the pressure that he puts on defenses, man.
Pressure.
Like you said, like my boy said, he was getting into the creases, and like RJ was, he was getting the crease with that little floater. Cryer was like, man, that kid is automatic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know though. Like I'm a part of the group that's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Because I'm like, I don't see the rush in bringing him into the starting lineup if what's going is working so far, because if Quickley's coming off the bench and he's killing the second unit, and then he's warmed up to the point where we can bring him into the fourth and he's killing with the first unit, to me it's like, I don't see what the rush is. Like, you know, let the kid grow where he is at the moment, and then Payton's not going to be there forever. He's only going to be at this season.
Ryan, you're right. No,
so it's like more than likely Quickley's going to get the keys next year anyway.
You're right. But I'm saying like this: we are this close to 500. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're this close. See, it's the difference between being what we at 9 and 12 and being like 11 and 11. You know, I'm just saying. We this close to a consistent 500, and so if we could put this boy in there and that gets it, it's not gonna get us to the 3 seed, but I'm saying it warms us up for that spot next year, because I mean that's what I'm saying. It's the difference between being a 9 seed and being like a 6 seed. That's all I'm saying. And it's just this one player. Just give this guy 35 minutes a game, and we might be there.
Yeah, and I'll say this. Sometimes why I say start him sometimes, Ryan, is because sometimes we do get off to really slow starts.
No, like, I definitely,
and it's usually for the same reason. It's usually because we can't score and you're bottling up the paint and playing zone. It's usually the same reason. And when you have a guy who you can inject in the game that will single-handedly change that, it makes you go like, why are you not making that change?
I mean, yo, don't get me wrong. Like, if it was up to me, Payton would have been gone already. Exactly. Like, yo, Payton would have been gone already. I would have been already. I would be like, yo, Payton, you know, try to waive that trade clause. You know, we're trying to give the keys to Quickley, and then I'll have like Frank or somebody back him up and just be like, yo, Payton, you know,
buy him out. I have bought him out. Here's your $5 million, man. Go,
here you go.
Go get what you can, man. That's the New York Knicks.
Exactly.
Hey, here's your $5 million. Go do what you need.
Get what you can.
Thanks for your service, but we wish you the best. You know.
Exactly. But the thing with me is like, I'm just trying to look at it from a realistic standpoint. Like, I know how Thibs is, and I know Thibs ain't gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this rookie the keys and have Payton either come off the bench or
I feel like
he's never done that with a point guard. He's never done that.
So I'm just looking at it from a realistic standpoint, knowing how Thibs is as a coach. But yeah, like if it's up to me, like I'm with you guys. Like yeah, I would give Quickley the keys and Payton. I'll be like, bye Payton, see you later.
Yeah.
It feels like politics to me. I feel like it shouldn't be pick based. It shouldn't be, ooh, you were picked 25th, so we should performance based. If you're outperforming the next guy, you get the spot. Like it.
That's an ideal league, though, bro.
Yeah,
Again,
it worked out for
think
DSJ. It should work out for Peyton too.
It's true.
It definitely happened to Knox too today.
And
Right.
that's a good point.
I mean, but look, Kawhi Leonard was picked what, 28th?
Nah, he was mid. Like he was like, wasn't he like?
Was he? I thought he was like 30th or something.
no,
He was like mid first round, right?
No, I think he was 20th. I think he was like 28th or low, mid to low.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, mid to low. But yeah, I mean, Kawhi worked his way, but Kawhi didn't have as
He was
a
a
fast
15th pick
start,
overall.
like-
He was 15th.
15th,
Yeah,
15th
he's
pick
good,
overall.
15.
Yeah.
That's still.
He was
mid.
picked by actually Indiana and traded on draft night to San Antonio.
Yep.
Yeah, and he didn't come out the gate like this. Like, this is nuts. Quickly,
No, but
he's doing this.
He was on the floor a lot, and I think it was his second or third year they went to the league, to the championship, right? With the Spurs.
Yeah, he was on the floor a lot
Yeah.
because of his defense.
His defense.
The
Right,
defense,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He wasn't the Kawhi we seeing today.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
no,
Kawhi.
no,
He didn't
no.
jump out the gate like quickly. Like, this is crazy because
Right.
Quickly is doing this with no training camp,
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
No summer league.
no
Listen,
summer league.
That's that youth and that willingness to play and his IQ.
No
I mean,
fear.
again, no pun intended, but like his
Pun was
IQ
intended,
was really
stop.
high. His basketball. Listen, it's natural, bro. You know, I can't. But yeah, no, his basketball IQ is super high, man, and he's like humbly confident. So when he goes out there, he's not doing hard talking, but he's letting his game talk for him and confidently running the offense. So I think that's why it's like, even if it's not him starting, he needs more minutes with the starting unit.
Right.
So that, you know what I'm saying, he could facilitate a little bit more.
Like Ryan's right. He did get 27 minutes today, but I'm
Right.
talking about giving him the rookie year RJ minutes. Give him that 32 minutes a game. Let him play that extra time. Even if he's not starting, I'm just saying we were needing him most of the game today. If we had him,
Yeah,
and if
exactly.
we had RJ together out there, because these kids, it's like I called them young lions in the beginning of the year, and they ready to bust out the cage, man. They roaring and they ready to bust out. We got to open that door and let them run,
Let him run. Now, speaking of let him run in cages, someone that got kept in the cage today, man. We seen our first DNP from Kevin Knox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely got a lot to say about that.
Oh gosh, we get the gunshots ready right now.
I think tomorrow somebody will come out and tell you he was hurt.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think they were. I don't think they just sat him. I think maybe he was hurt. Something's hurting on him. That's what I'm thinking.
All
We'll
right.
find out.
It could be the case, but the stats say differently though.
Yeah. The man with the facts.
Here we go. Did we look up the stats and the facts?
Yes.
Told you he was doing his homework, bro.
This is Kevin Knox's last 8 games.
Oh my gosh.
Against Cleveland, 6 points, 2 of 5 shooting from the field. Boston, 3 points, 1 of 3 shooting from the field. Orlando, 2 points, 0 of 4 shooting from the field. Golden State, 3 points, 1 of 4 shooting from the field.
Okay, but
Sacramento, 5 points, 2 of 6 shooting from the field. Portland, 2 points, 0 of 3 shooting from the field.
Okay, we get the picture, bro. These stats are horrible. We get the picture, bro.
0 points.
These stats are horrible. Please stop.
Okay.
Cleveland, no
wait.
points.
Please stop.
Wait.
Please
Didn't
stop.
even take a
Please
field
stop.
goal.
Stop.
That's
Please
his last
stop.
8
Please.
games.
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
I'ma shoot
These
Kev
stats
some
are
bail.
horrible.
I'm gonna shoot Kev a little bit of it.
No, but I told you gotta give him his 4th season. I told you, one more year. We all right. I'm not tripping on Kevin yet. One more year.
I mean, look, I'm trying my best to, be like, yes, Kevin Knox, one more season and this and that. But my thing is like, it's about time Thibs be like, you know what, you're not performing right now. You gave you that DNP. I'm hoping Kevin Knox takes that as like, you know what, I got to step up my game, and then when Kevin Knox finally gets his minutes back, he shows up. But I think it's about time. But here's where I'm upset though, because
Okay.
okay, you're gonna sit Kevin Knox, right? I would prefer that if you're going to sit Kevin Knox, you give another young player a chance to prove himself in Kevin Knox's minutes. Because to me, I'm like, in these last 8 games, Kevin Knox was basically a defender.
Hold on. I heard that Frank was injured, if that's what you're alluding to.
No, I think he's losing to Iggy Bryce-Diggins.
No. Let me finish my point.
Okay.
All right, so basically what Kevin Knox was doing was that he was a defender these last 8 games, and he does not defend very well. He has improved, but he's not defending very well. So my point is, okay, if Kevin Knox is not going to do what he was drafted for, which is to score and get buckets, then why not put in somebody who does his job better than him, since that's what he's doing on the court right now, which is defend.
Who are you suggesting?
So I was suggesting, like, okay, if you're going to really sit Knox for, for somebody else, like, why not put in Frank instead? Because I'm like, if you have Kevin Knox out there just defending and not scoring baskets, Frank does that automatically. He does he does that job better.
No, Ryan, that's what I was saying earlier.
I agree with that.
I saw you exactly where he was going. The rumor is, I'm not sure, but they were saying that Frank isn't all the way healthy, and that's why
I don't think Frank's all the way back yet.
That's why he's not playing.
Yeah, but
Well,
we might see him in Chicago.
Right, maybe we'll see.
We might see him in Chicago for that second game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope because we need something. And to be honest with you, the way Austin Rivers is playing today, I would have put Knox in.
No, but you know what? I think they gave Taj Gibson Kevin Knox minutes though, because Gibson played 18 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
He played good. Gibson played good defense, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I think they gave him minutes because Noel was out. Yeah. But I still think
I forgot about Noel, right?
He was out.
Yeah.
He was injured before the game today.
Yeah, then I guess at the same time Bullock came back as well, so it's like, all right, you did all, the pieces all match and mix and match. But I'm just like, yo, if you're gonna really sit Knox like that, you might as well just give his minutes to another young guy for him to prove himself.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
You know what though? Speaking of Bullock though, he did not look himself today either, and I thought they should have gave Burks more minutes than Bullock, because Burke, what I liked about him, he was hustling, he was following his shot.
Right.
He did that a couple of times. He was aggressive. He just did one. I know he came out after he did this one bonehead thing, like the Knicks was in a spot where they could still come back, and he tried a behind the back thing and it went off his foot.
Yeah.
And he came out after that. He came out. He ain't see him again after that. So
I
was
trust
like,
Burks
yeah.
over Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock stayed choking in pivotal minutes. I still remember he threw a bullet pass to Mitchell Robinson right under the basket with the game on the line, and then returned the ball. I still remember that. I trust Burks over Bullock any day.
I thought they should have gave Burks a little bit more time today, because it just looked like, I know Bullock's coming off of an injury, and it looked like he was still affecting him a little bit. Whereas Burke was more spry, and he was definitely hustling. He was into the game. After he threw that stupid pass, right? He kept looking over the sideline like, what did he say? What did he say? And I know Timber was all kind of, everyone
cursing through the mask.
What'd you say? I'm gonna tell you what I say. Yo, come on.
Nah, I agree with you, because really, if you look at the game, the reason why we lost really was listen, they had more bullets. They had more bullets in their gun.
Exactly.
First of all, their team is built differently, so they had shooters in that 4 and 5 position, and Ibaka and oh my gosh, why am I?
They had Ibaka, and there was who was it? It was Ibaka,
Marcus Morris,
Luke Kennard,
Patterson.
Yeah, their role players outplayed our role players pretty much.
That's true.
Right.
The thing is that, that's what I'm saying. They are built to win now, right?
Yeah.
We are still developing. So they're not going to get that much better. We are. We're going to get better. They're not going to get that much better. So that's why today to me was just like a litmus test as how far we have come.
Yeah.
So they were toe to toe with them, and just a couple of strategic mistakes that we could have got the game. So I'm very proud of us, and I'm glad, because when you're going to see, by the time we get to the end of the season, you're going to see a better Knicks team.
We definitely want to see better Knicks.
Was anybody from their team missing today that would normally be part of their rotation? I don't think
Clippers?
so. Yeah.
Batum, that's it.
That's Batum, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And can I just say something right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but now that I look at it though, because Barrett was matched up with Kawhi and things of that nature. Like when I look at Kawhi's game, like I know Barrett's never going to be the caliber of defender that Kawhi is. But
I'm not even going to show him to say that.
I'm not going to say that.
You know what?
You
Go ahead.
you think Barrett can become the caliber defender Kawhi is?
Absolutely, I think so.
I mean, listen.
He has the tools.
I mean,
he has the tools,
right.
and I think he's shown that he has the work ethic for it.
You know what I'll say? You know what I'll say? Kawhi has he has one advantage. He has an advantage in the fact that like his like his arm length, right? I think that's what makes really Kawhi. Like he hustles hard, but he has like the metrics of a defender.
The wingspan.
But
you gotta
well, let me not like, confuse my words. Like, I'm not saying RJ Barrett can't be a good defender. I'm saying that, he could be a good defender, but on the caliber of Kawhi, because you got to remember, Kawhi coming into the league, Kawhi was a defender. He always was a defender.
Right.
RJ Moore has to learn, like...
No, but I think he got the talent and the desire to learn. Because what you're looking at, when he was guarding, I'm looking at this. He's guarding one of the top 5 players in the world today.
Yeah.
And you're not talking about him guarding a top 5 player in the world, like when that top 5 player is on the upswing. This is Kawhi Leonard at his prime. And so RJ was giving it to him as much as he was getting today. The other day, they had Isaac Okoro try to guard LeBron, and he got destroyed, right? And they had him try to guard, I think it was I forgot some other superstar, and he got eaten up. This was the equivalent of that. They put him out there against Kawhi Leonard, and he was giving as much as he was getting. And I'm telling you, RJ is going to, like, he didn't come in the league with the defensive.
Nah, he didn't.
But he didn't come in the league with anything except a strong body and talent. Nobody, like, at Duke, there was nothing that stood out and said, this is him. He did everything well. So I think he's going to, I saw Jimmy Butler, but I think he's going to be a better Jimmy Butler.
Absolutely.
I think he's better.
Like, today was my favorite. Oh, you want to say something?
No, I was going to finish my point because I was looking at Kawhi's game and I was like, I like, and now that I think about it, I'm like, I think I see a bit of Kawhi and Barrett as well. Like,
absolutely,
because like Kawhi's not super athletic and Kawhi can score at all 3 levels, and I'm like, if Barrett can kind of transform his game to the point where he's like a Kawhi, like, I feel like players that he should look at, like Jimmy Butler's one, but I think Kawhi Leonard is another player that he should look at, to improve his game as he gets older.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited. Today, I honestly was hoping we would get Ja Morant. I was like, please let it get Ja Morant. But when we got, so I was a slight disappointment because I kind of knew we weren't going to get Zion, but I was slightly disappointed.
Me too.
That we got Barrett. I was like, I know he's good.
Me too. I was.
I wanted Ja. But this year is like, damn, I'm glad we got RJ.
Listen, man. Today. I know we lost, but I think today was my favorite RJ Barrett game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like maybe today.
Going against Kawhi Leonard like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Even more than the Houston game. Like we won the the Houston game I'm talking about, right? When he
did that boy, he gave that boy the business, man. What was that guy's name? What's that guy's name, man?
Oh man, the power forward.
The roughneck. They got that
PJ Tucker. Yeah, PJ Tucker.
Dude, his hair coming, tattoos and hair coming out.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, you little. Bah, pushed him on the floor. Like,
word.
The roughneck, man. But RJ gave that boy the business. This is a prelude of what's to come.
Yeah, like today.
And then Frank put the lockdown on Westbrook to win that game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Today was my favorite RJ Barrett game where I was looking and I was like, holy crap.
Is his name PJ Tucker?
Yeah, PJ Tucker.
Yes.
Yeah, PJ Tucker. And even he played so well. Even Clyde was just like, next year he'll be an all-star.
Yeah.
Like, he said.
So did Clyde. Clyde said it today. He said it's
that's what I said. Clyde said.
Yeah, I think he said Kawhi said it.
Oh no, I said Clyde. Clyde, my bad.
Kawhi said that the sky's the limit for him, man. He said this guy's gonna be good. Definitely. So everybody was giving him praise, but you get online, get on the bandwagon right now because RJ getting ready to do some work.
Exactly.
Yep. Shame on all of you who was doubting that man a week and a half ago. Shame. I told y'all not to get down on Knicks players for one bad week, and I'm gonna say the same thing about Kevin Knox. He can still turn it around. Don't bail on one bad week. Don't do it.
I hope
man,
so.
The way this thing goes, Kevin hits 5 3-pointers
boy.
next week. Everybody loves him. So
I'm just saying. I'm rooting for Kevin Knox. So I'm just saying those last 8 games. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's all I'm saying. Oh boy.
Oh boy, you just
he did smell it up.
Nah, them
I ain't gonna
stats,
front. He did.
them stats was stinky.
He
right
did.
there. Like,
They was filthy. They was filthy.
Yeah, and I feel like I should end the convo now, but I would just feel weird if I didn't shout out Julius Randle, who had 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. No one's in the big deal. Nobody wanted to talk about it because we see it all the time now, so we don't really care.
That's it. That's like regular schmegular for him. Now.
Hit that all-star button for your boy.
All-star team, Julius Randle.
All-star button for your boy.
Make sure you vote Julius Randle on that all-star team.
Yeah, man.
Right, man.
Man. And 4 from 5 from 3.
Let's go.
God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Julius.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Handle Randle.
And the chemistry too. The chemistry between RJ and Julius Randle is
It's really good. And that's because of Julius, because he wasn't doing that last year.
he's more willing.
Yeah.
He's much more willing now.
Yeah.
So
Play the game. Still remember, play the game. RJ Barrett, or one of the plays. RJ Barrett calling for the ball. Oh no. Julius Randle coming to set a pick and he's wanted the ball and RJ Barrett's like, nah, I got it. I got the ISO because he had a switch on him. He had a big man on him. He's like, no, I got it. And then Julius Randle was like, nah, give me the ball. I'm going to give it right back to you.
Yes.
So he can be in a better position.
That's right.
You talked about this yesterday, Edson, when he's playing with spacing. So he's like, all right, cool. RJ gives him the ball. They reposition themselves. He gives it right back to RJ. Takes homie off the dribble for an easy, like a little floater in the lane. And I'm sitting here like, holy cow.
Yeah.
There's chemistry. RJ's not in the corner clapping anymore.
Exactly.
What is happening?
It's growth.
Are we really going to trade him? What are we going to do?
Hey, Julius Randle. Who talking about trading Julius Randle?
The streets, Raw. The streets.
Hey, yes, there's a lot of crack out there. It's all right. There's a lot of crack still in the streets, man. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, streets need to shut their mouth right now.
They need to go collect them pipes, man. Stop it. Get into the rehab, man.
You heard it here first. Streets, shut your mouth.
Exactly. We trained Julius Randle. You got an all-star now. Yeah. Julius Randle is a result of the KP trade. Yeah. That's how we got the money to sign him.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, we had the money to sign him because we got rid of KP. So I think we can say we might have won that trade. We might have won that trade.
I mean, if you look at it, which is really weird to say and unusual because it never really happens. If you look at the last few moves the Knicks have made, Knicks are really winning right now because the Clippers trade, Marcus Morris goes to Clippers, we get their first round pick, we get Quickley out of it.
That's right.
And then now with the Dallas pick next season, it looks like that might be a lottery pick because the way Dallas is going right now.
Mavs fade for Cade.
Yeah, like Dallas might not even make the playoffs, so that might even be a lottery pick.
Is this coming year the high school or is it the next year?
It's the next year.
Good. Good. I want the guys now. So
no, it's the 2020. It's the 2023. The 2023 year is the high school year.
Because I want the guys now. So we're gonna get. Cade is obviously the best player to me. Him and the kid at Gonzaga, but we're gonna get 2 really good players this year. I don't care if we drafting it. Cause look, we got IQ at 25. We're gonna get, and you know what though? There's a high probability that one of those kids will come from Kentucky.
Yeah, we should start watching Kentucky games right now, yo. We should really start watching Kentucky games right now.
It might be a high probability that I think it's this kid Boston. Is it Boston that's in Kentucky? The big freshman they got.
I gotta watch more Kentucky games.
Kentucky's
struggling right now too.
Yeah, so there might be a pick. He might come in the second round. You're going to get somebody from Kentucky. But I just like the idea that we got 2 picks in the first round. We're going to get some good players, man. We're going to get talent this year. So everybody cramming for talent, we're going to get talent, and we're going to develop what we have. We got IQ, Randall, what's his name, RJ. Mitchell Robinson, and look, I'm not giving up. I'm not sleeping on my boy Kevin. I told you, give him another year. He needs to full 4 years, and he's going to be all right. I'm not worried about Kevin right now.
All right.
I'm watching. I'm
not giving up on Kevin yet. I'm not giving up on him at all. Not at all.
I'm hoping he comes back. This year, all I want from him this year is to hit threes and play defense.
Exactly.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Next year, I want to see another dimension to his game, but I need him to get back on track this year.
Yeah.
He will. I'm not worried about him. You know what? The first time he comes on, hits 5 threes, everybody's gonna be all over his jock again. It's all right. That's how you do it. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah, it's typical Knicks fans be down on you when you suck, when you
Exactly.
stink, but when you're playing good, it's like, oh yeah.
When you're playing good, they want a statue in front of the garden for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly. Word to Julius Randle. All right.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, facts.
That's right. That's right.
If Julius Randle has taught you anything, is that expect the unexpected. All right.
Yeah.
Anything is
I
possible.
truly expected Obi Toppin to be starting by now, and they would have traded Julius.
Facts.
I was expecting
Yeah.
that.
Me too.
Julius made me eat crow, man. I ain't, and I'm glad because we're winning with him, man. We playing
Yeah.
good
Exactly.
ball, man. I mean, this cat,
He's
we
made a
got
lot of
an
people
all-star from the Knicks. We got an all-star that
Listen.
didn't come in as an all-star, but now he's playing like an all-star. That's
Yeah.
a
He's
trade
made
we
a lot
won.
of
I can't believe we actually won a trade, man.
Shout
That's
out
what I'm
to Ninja
saying.
P. Shout out to Ninja P.
Yes.
Scott
Yes.
Perry, if you didn't know who that was, that's fine.
Yes.
All right.
And so we I think we could say we have won, especially if he makes the All-Star team, we have won the KP trade.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
V1. Take that, Max Kellerman.
Mavs fade for Cade.
Exactly. What's their record? They're like 8-11 or something like
Yeah,
that.
8 and 11. I
Yeah,
believe.
Yeah.
I'm pointing and laughing.
Yeah.
All right. That is our show, guys. Thanks for watching. The way we was laughing and joking, you would have thought we won, but it was feel good loss.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's such a
Listen, but
thing.
it's an entertaining game, man, and we're just it's good to see, and it's nice to see how our team is like developing.
That's
Now
right.
we can be like, all right, give them like a year or two, we gonna be a problem. You know, especially when we get them picks.
Yup.
I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, and they were in this game with one of the top tier teams in the league, and they was holding their own. I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Clippers are number one in the West, man.
Yeah, they are.
Listen,
Yeah,
let's
so
go.
It's a loss.
Yo,
You take it. But yeah.
Exactly. And then I think just add like a little something before we end the show. And the fact that like if you look at the Clippers play, they were bigging up the Knicks players. Like I saw Kawhi bigging up RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Paul George bigging up Immanuel Quickley. So it's like the fact that these young dudes are getting respect from these veterans on the Clippers like that. Dudes that are like top players in the league. Like that's major right there.
Definitely major. Definitely makes us feel like a competent franchise. And when it's free agency time, or when it's a disgruntled player applying, we'll be on some players' list and on their radar.
Yeah.
All right.
all these New Yorkers about to take out the New York jerseys, iron them out, and start wearing them again.
Yeah.
Watch.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man, that's right, that is our show. Thank you guys for watching, man. Who? Raw, where can they find you, Raw?
Raw Hebrew Remnant on YouTube, Raw Hebrew Remnant on Twitter, Raw Hebrew Remnant all over.
Yeah, that's right. All over.
All over.
Where can they find you, Edson?
You can find me everywhere at Edson Sean. It's EDSONSEAN. February 14th, dropping a new single called Love Is. Go check that out.
Yeah. Tunes. You find me. Find me on JLS Draws Things on Instagram. I hardly post, but if you want to see some old drawing stuff, you can do that. And then every now and again I'll post and give you some love. Also, follow us on Twitter at the KOT Show. Follow us on Instagram at the Nick Time Show. Follow us on Facebook at Nick Time Show as well. Shout out to all our writers. Shout out to Ken, Rob, Fritz, Mikey, Jeff, all of y'all. Shout out to all, right?
The Fab Five.
Fab Five, man. Starting five. Yeah. Shout out to all you guys. All right. And yeah, also, check out the blog, check out the merch, check out all that stuff. All right. Ryan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIRG is CHILLIN. You can find me on the Twitter as well at Sir_G is best.
That is right. On to the Twitters.
Word.
Yes, sirs.
All right. That's our show. We out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.